Is that what this is called? Innerbrews?
All right. I love that idea. Everybody, welcome to Innerbrews, where we talk to a Michigan artist and have a Michigan brew. Today, I got a very funny guy. I got my man, Travis Tackett. Welcome, Travis. Hey, how you doing, brother?
Hey, how's it going, Brian? I haven't seen you in real life in a long time.
It's been many moons, since we were washing dishes back at the old bar. Remember that one?
I remember that one. That was a long time ago.
Many moons.
But anyway, how's it going today, man?
I'm doing great. I'm glad we got this up and running. We tried to rigmarole this once or twice, and it kind of failed on us. So now we're coming here and trying this all over again. And luckily, I got the best interviewer right here because here you are, my friend. And we're drinking whatever this
Marvel
is.
Roast. Ladies and gentlemen, Marvel Roast.
First sip right here, guys. Let's give it a quick test.
Gross.
Wow.
I don't like beer.
You don't like beer?
No.
Well, this is the perfect podcast for you to be on.
I appreciate you bringing me here and having me drink beers.
Me, on the other hand, I think this is goddamn delicious.
No, I taste it's got some vanilla notes. And
it almost tastes like a vanilla latte almost. You know what I mean? It's super sweet, kind of thick, and then apparently there's booze in this.
There is. I taste that part mostly.
Yeah. That's what we value on this show.
Right.
The booze taste.
Exactly.
Well, let's kick it into gear. You're a musician out here in Ypsilanti. Mm-hmm. Where'd you start? You know, how old were you?
Okay, so I got into music a little bit when I was a young lad. My dad got me a guitar, and I really didn't play it at all. I thought it was fun. I was more like a performance thing. I thought performing was fun, and I thought that being on stage in front of people was fun. So as a kid, I watched a lot of performance bands like Kiss or like Slipknot, people that were really wild on stage that put on a really good show. So I always looked up to that type of stuff growing up, and I didn't play a lot of music until I got with people that were actually doing it. I had a buddy named Matt Cole. I had a Brian Davidson. A few of my friends that influenced me to actually pick it up and try to play. And so that's kind of where it started. I was probably starting middle of high school is by the time I really started trying to play music with people. So
14, 15?
Yeah, probably around there, yeah.
And were Matt and Brian high school friends?
Right, Matt and Brian were high school friends.
They playing guitar?
Me and Matt kind of started playing guitar at the same time. Brian was always a person I knew as the guy that walked around with the guitar and would jam around and entertain people, and I always thought that was cool, so I'd float around him and try to chime in on his jam sessions and sing to random people in school and shit while he was playing, and that's kind of what got me interested in trying to do stuff with people and play music and stuff, you know.
Right on. What kind of music you guys playing around then?
Oh, well, so, I wasn't playing anything. I was just I'd watch him play stuff. He'd be playing acoustic, jams, and I'd just be singing about what was happening in the moment type of shit. So, I'd talk shit to people or whatever, in the moment. It was just a good time there. But after a while, it evolved into, he started hanging out with an Anthony, a few other people. Sam, a kid named Sam that we knew from after high school. I guess it was right after high school. We met Sam, and he was the drummer in the band, and we had Sam, Anthony, Brian, and me, and I'm sure there was somebody else. Was it? All right, so we had Aaron Johnson.
So Aaron
too.
Was there,
yeah. This is really early, nonsense stuff that we were doing, and literally nothing was going on, but we hung out a lot, and we were prepping to what we were really going to get into with the next step, I guess, of what we were trying to get into with the scene, I guess.
Did that project have a band name?
So the band name, I think so. We played a show as that band, which I think kind of turned into, I don't know what the fuck that band name was. Was it Beginning the End or Beginning of the End? Something like that. We had a bunch of dumb names, and that just really was evolved into, I think, A Perfect Failure. My first real band that I was in, which was Tony Davidson,
the GOAT,
all-star GOAT of the Ypsi metal scene. If you've ever heard of him, I'm sure you have, because if you haven't, get the fuck out of here.
Never seen him before.
Or don't leave, because this is a podcast we want you to watch.
Right,
but
obviously.
Tony Davidson, Anthony, Brian, I was actually playing the bass at that time in the band, and Aaron was our drummer, right? Or were you still the drummer? Wait, I don't remember. Anyway, we had Josh Peters was in there too. So we had a band, and it was kind of a rotating cast of people that we didn't have all the way set until it seems like our buddy went to the Army.
Okay.
And I took over on guitar, and we got Josh Bob on the bass, and we were running from there.
Hell yeah. I remember the I Kissed a Girl music video of you guys driving, what was it, a Chrysler Sebring? Something like that. It's through the Galt Village parking lot in circles.
Exactly.
That is one of my favorite videos to watch. It's true nostalgia the entire time.
It's a mess. I loved it. It was a good time.
I got so brave, treated it, lost my discretion. It's not what I'm used to. Just wanna show you what.
We literally got suction cups and strapped cameras to the windows to our buddy's convertible car, which was really neat. And we had plans to do a whole storyline part to the video, and that kind of fell apart because another band who was actually out here.
Legit?
I wouldn't say that, but they were another band. We were legit too. In fact, who was it? I See Stars. I think they put out a
oh, yeah, you're right.
I Kissed a Girl cover, and then we was like, put that video out because we can't be the fucking third, fourth person to put it out, I guess. I don't know what our headspace was, but yeah. It was me, Josh, and we just was like, we got to put something out that people know. Let's make a stupid cover song, and we found something that was on the top 40 or top 10 or whatever. It was I Kissed a Girl, and was like, let's do that.
Yeah, I was talking to Aaron Johnson, and he said that too. Like, a lot of bands do the cover song to grab your audience's ears and be like, oh, I fucking know that goddamn song.
Right, and yeah, exactly. And we thought it'd be silly to do a video where we're all boys talking about kissing girls and it being weird, I guess. So that was a good time.
So I'm narcissistic, and I was definitely going to ask you what your favorite song was. But you got to tell me the song that was sung. I'm pretty sure it was a Perfect Failure at the shovel. I am the shovel that digs your grave.
Yeah.
That lyric came from that song. What was the song's name?
The Long Walk.
The Long Walk.
Because this whole song is a build up to a pier, because you're taking a long walk off of a short pier. You know, I didn't write any of the lyrics to the bands, and you know, I don't agree with any of these lyrics, and I don't condone any lyrics. But yeah, that was that song. And then we'd have a part at the end of the song that went on for like 4 minutes, where we played the same thing for a long time, and me and the other guitar player would pretend we were digging with our
that's hilarious.
Yeah, dig your grave. So,
that's genius.
Yeah, we were innovators, I think.
Hell yeah, showman for sure.
That's what it was all about for me. That's why I was into it. That's why I was interested in doing it mainly. And I was thinking about this on the way in. I was like, man, I never got very good at guitar. That would have been probably better for me. But I was more excited about going out there and trying to be crazy, throwing my guitar however I can, and just try to put on a great show. But yeah.
Well, talking about guitar throwing, let's go ahead and jump into another great band you were in, Sleep a Reason. Playing that. Were you playing guitar again?
I was playing the guitar in that band. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was a good time.
And now you're a professional, right? Like,
no,
you had enough practice between one project and another, and you just got better, right?
So between A Perfect Failure and The Sleep of Reason, I think I didn't play any guitar at all until I finally got into the practice space with those guys. And no, I learned a couple of their songs, actually. So they hit me up on our very last show, A Perfect Failure. Pete, our bass player, ba-bong bong, he that's what basses sound like.
Ping pong balls.
He showed up and was like, "Hey man, this isn't your last show." I was like, "I didn't think it was." He said something to that effect, and he was like, "Talk to me afterward," type of stuff. And that was my last A Perfect Failure show at the time. And he's like, "Yeah, we got a spot for you or something." I'm like, "All right, cool." And I contact him later, and I asked him to send me a few of their songs so I could learn them before I went to the practice. I showed up, I knew their songs, and they was like, "Yeah, this will work. This is cool." So
what was the time span of you leaving A Perfect Failure and then going into that band?
I think it was a couple months. It was a few months. I can't even for sure say. It doesn't feel that long from now to then, because it's been so long since that happened, you know. It feels like it was instant in my head, but it definitely wasn't. You
like
know
a month
or
two kind of thing?
Could have been 4
I mean,
months.
that's even 4 months from jumping from a band to another band. It's kind of insane, but you were already playing with Tony, and Tony was also the lead singer to Sleep of Reason,
So
right?
when I joined A Sleep of Reason, we had another vocalist. His name was Les Paul.
Les Paul.
Yeah, the boy's name was
You know
Les
what?
Paul.
I think I remember this gentleman.
You remember him?
I do.
No, he was cool. He had a real like old school style. He was like trying to do a real like I don't know, Led Zeppelin feel. You know, he had his shirt off. He was showing his midriff. I don't know. He was cool. He put on a good show, but I don't think he was what we were really looking for. He wasn't doing the like heavy duty screaming vocals that I'm used to hearing in the music that we were doing in the time. You know what I mean? So I was like, hey guys, I know a guy. He screams really good, so we should call him. And that's exactly what happened. We called Tony, and he was like, I'll do it. As far as I remember, he was that coy. Yeah, he was really coy about it.
He was pleasant about it. Sure, guys. Yeah, no problem.
Sure, no problem. And then his
every time I hear about this guy named Tony, that's what I made. Yeah, no problem, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no. So yeah. Tony came in, and then it was like that was it. We had the band, and we played for a decent amount of time. Had a lot of fun. Played a lot of cool shows at a bunch of different places. And I'm just saying a bunch of nothing now.
Yeah, a little ramble on. That's all right. We can ramble on. So one thing I did realize about Sleep of Reason versus a lot of other bands, because it was a lot of like metal music back in the day, was either you broke up with your girlfriend, you know, right, and I'm screaming about stuff, or you're trying to stick it to the man. The other side is what you guys kind of did was like positive metal music. Like there was a lot of positive reinforcement in your guys' songs.
Right.
I remember speaking to the GOAT about that. Like that was the positive metal field that he was like, the band was trying to promote.
Right.
I really dug that. And the song Lights was my favorite song.
Really?
Like absolutely favorite song.
Lights.
And it's like you're looking there like you don't remember a god darn song.
I remember Lights like it was yesterday. I turn them on and off all the time. I have a lot of memories about Lights.
Do you have a favorite song, or do you remember any songs from Sleep of Reason?
My favorite song in the Sleep of Reason is probably the one I joined the Sleep of Reason with, and it's a song you may or may not remember, and it's called Blue Steel.
Yeah.
Oh yes. What is this, a center for ants?
Yeah, exactly. It's the song where I came in. That was kind of the song I opened it with when I joined the band. I said, "Look, I've been writing this song. It was gonna be in a perfect failure, but you guys win. So
you guys get it.
You guys win." So, basically, it's just a thrash metal. Like it's like I like thrash metal. That's kind of like my roots, I guess. If anything, I listened to a lot of thrash metal before I was trying to play music, or that's like what my inspiration was. I always just wanted to like tremolo pick and do thrashy stuff. You know what I mean? I was just trying to play fast. I wasn't that great at it, but I had a fun time doing it.
Right. I mean, I think that's what a lot like. I'm never good at any musical project I get into, but it's really just playing around with some friends. And
yeah, exactly. That's my favorite part. Is I'm playing with a bunch of people that are passionate about it. You know, they're great musicians, so they rubbed off on me to an extent. They made me play stuff that I wouldn't have cared to, or you know, I'm a little lazy. I'll tell you the truth. I tried to do this stuff. I'd be practicing this stuff, and man, I'd have a hell of a time with it. But like, because they had me have to learn it, I'd be learning it. And this is a secret that nobody knows, not even the band. I had a tape deck hooked up to my amp. I was never playing at any shows. I never played one show. I never played one show.
Get out of here! You're killing me.
No, I never played one show.
What was your favorite show you played?
All right,
with Sleep of Reason.
The Sleep of Reason, my favorite show. Honestly, I think one of my favorite shows with the Sleep of Reason was, it was really rushed. It felt really rushed for me, but it was the WTF house show because,
yes,
that was like a nonsense, hot, sweaty box of people.
Oh yeah.
It was packed wall to wall. It was a room slightly bigger than this one. And, there was everyone we knew was in there. We videotaped it. We put out a couple fun little music videos off of it. And, the energy was great. Everyone looked like they were having fun. And yeah, it was just cool to see our whole group of people put something together. And we did a lot of that stuff before that too, like, and probably did it afterward too. But yeah,
in a big bad way. But the cool thing was that, you know, you got to see your friends do like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a thrown together show, last minute. You know, I'm pretty sure we're talking about the last WTF show too.
Probably. I'm not sure. It was a shit show.
and it was a hot, sweaty mess.
Yeah.
I remember getting blasted in the face by Aaron Johnson with a bass.
Makes sense.
Good times.
Yeah.
And yeah, but like I remember, I don't know if you remember this, but the infamous guitar swing.
One time it happened in one night though. So we were playing at the 734, which was like a garage behind a carpet factory or something. And we're playing a show and I'm like, you know, rocking out like always. I throw my guitar, it does the same thing, flies off that way. Someone hands me Tony's newish guitar, I think it was. And I go, and I don't throw it, but I like do a thing you lift and slam down type of thing. And it popped off of its freaking strap locks or whatever too. So like I broke 2 guitars that day, I think. That was pretty serious.
Notorious on guitar destroying. That's great. So after all the metal happened and Sleeper Reason kind of disbanded, did you join any other metal group music groups? Play any music after that?
So I didn't. I had intention to. I wanted to, and I kind of just let it slip through my fingers. Or I guess I'm still alive. I could still do it.
Absolutely.
But like in my head, I'm just like, you know, everyone's doing their thing. I'm gonna, you know, fucking, I don't know, raise a family or whatever it is.
Yeah,
but, I focused more on that, like I guess for a while, and yeah. So
when did the whole when did the whole streaming thing happen? Because I remember being at work with you, washing dishes, us randomly doing karaoke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then shortly after leaving that job, you had a streaming service.
Right. You know, I wasn't running a streaming service, but I was on twitch.tv. So Twitch is owned by Amazon, not me. And it's a spot where people go watch people play video games, basically. I've always been like a video game player. I've been obsessed with video games. I've always been like, I want to make money playing video games. Well, Twitch seemed like the avenue for me. I'm like, people are playing video games and people are tipping them, whatever. And it looks like fun. You can build a community and do the damn thing. So I was doing Twitch for about 2 years, I guess. I haven't been on for a few months now since the COVID's been going on, which obviously seems like an oxymoron. It seems like I could sit at home.
Yeah, I was about to say,
do more twitching.
You do more.
Yeah, I don't know what happened really. I kind of lost my juices for it. I kind of fell off of it, but I was going hard with it. I was going like 6 hours a day after work every day almost, and I was like trying to put my best foot forward. And you know, I had a really great time. I started climbing. I got I had like 20 subscribers at one point in time.
Ooh.
20. And yeah, I mean, that was a good time, but I kind of wish I waned and washed too much, you know what I mean? I should have been more consistent and maybe done it less, like maybe not as much as I was doing day by day, and I might get back into it again soon.
I think you should, man. I really do, because not to cut you off,
right?
But,
No.
I have never been one to watch other people play video games.
Right.
I've always wanted to play the video game. So when I was sitting there and I was at work and it was some, you know, lunch period, you ain't got nothing to do, I turned on your what is it, Twitch?
Yeah.
I turned on your Twitch stream and it's you and your daughter and you guys are doing karaoke.
Right.
Which is probably the most hilarious thing, because you were so into it. She got to have a good time.
Right.
And seeing everybody's comments on there, just throwing you new songs to try.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, that is a cool way of doing it. I also watched you play like video games that were old.
Right. Yeah.
You know
I
what
play
I mean?
a lot of stuff. Right.
So it was like I wasn't sitting there watching you play Fortnite over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't playing Call of Duty over and over again.
Right.
You were playing like Mario every once in a while. I'd never seen Sonic, but that would have been a great one for you to play. And
I might have played it, but Twitch was like just a creative outlet spot for me, I guess. And I was trying to, I did a lot of photoshopping for myself. I did all of my assets in Twitch was like Twitch is kind of like my playground for learning how to do some stuff that I didn't know how to do before. And
You mean like technically, right?
yeah, like
computer sense?
photoshopping,
Yeah.
just video production stuff, like through like all doing it by myself to an extent, Excuse me. And yeah, Twitch is cool. It's a fun spot, but excuse me, I burned myself out on it. And I think I just need to like find my new like thing. Like I jump around a lot. I can't I don't know what it is. I kind of can't stay focused on one thing sometimes.
Like
so
a creative ADD.
I think so. So I loved Twitch. I loved it. I burned myself out on it. And right now I'm kind of on a like hiatus, I guess. So like hopefully soon I'll get some sort of
a palate cleanser.
Right. Yeah. So maybe I'll come back to Twitch and do it a little like
Or do
smarter.
a podcast, buddy.
Right.
I think you would be great at podcasting because like even just us sitting here right now, a lot of me is trying to find my moment to say something because you can have the conversation by yourself and it's super fucking interesting. Like I'm dialed the fuck in.
I appreciate
and
that.
it's just like you said, you wanted to be a showman.
Right.
That's why you were in the band. And you started to Twitch obviously because you still wanted to be that
I want to do stuff.
the showman, right. Yeah. And like right now being viral and being doing all that thing is the center stage.
Right.
Motherfucker.
And that's the thing too. Yeah, Twitch is a good avenue for getting out there and seeing people, or like not seeing people, but the community aspect of Twitch can be
Positive.
Positive. Like, yeah, I wasn't hanging out with you guys a lot for a while, and not like that I was like, these guys ain't my friends no more, but I was just doing my own thing and finding a new space, kind of, I guess. And I made a lot of friends on Twitch, and yeah, and now I'm just kind of like off doing whatever next thing I'm thinking about doing. I've been thinking about doing podcasts and thinking about doing a wrestling thing. That'd be going crazy. I used to be obsessed with wrestling as a kid too, and that's why I'm talking about my creative ADD, bro.
Yeah,
I get into this thing or that thing. Next thing you know, I'm like, I'm not interested in this, and it's probably not good for like workflow to an extent. But
maybe that's what you need though. Maybe you need the outlet for your creative juices to go out. That way you can like calmly think of other things.
Yeah, I think I need to just not overdo some things. Sometimes.
Take it easy.
Sometimes I think creatively, if you overdo something or burn yourself out on something, obviously it's not a good thing. So I need to maybe space it out, do a couple different styles of things.
Yeah, keep it short, keep it simple.
Yeah,
you always got to think of like the audience's attention span. So it's like that's why I try to aim for like 30 minutes and whatnots. But shit, trying to get your attention spans hard too.
True.
But what do you? We haven't talked about, do you got musical aspirations now, or has it only been like doing the live stream kind of thing?
So I think about music stuff all the time. Like a lot of my live stream will be me like doing karaoke and stuff like that. And I've thought about like wanting to get into a band again and maybe just doing vocals. Like I said, like I love playing guitar and I love putting on the show and stuff, but I want to be able to do more of a like, I'm in your face, I'm doing what I want, I don't have to worry about this type of experience one day. And then, I have ideas for like a karaoke show, like game show style thing.
Oh, wow, yeah.
About. And I don't have it all fleshed out or worked out, but I'll talk to you about it some other time.
I would love to. I'd love to be a part about that. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I love karaoke. I'm a karaoke crackhead.
Right.
So
yeah, a lot of my time too, I spend freaking just troubleshooting and coming up with ideas that I never do.
So maybe the band you need to be in is like a cover band for like bars and weddings and shit. That'd be awesome.
That could be fun.
Have you ever sseen like Step Brothers? That the comedic band that gets out there. I only sing Billy Joel albums.
Right. Yeah,
being that guy in that band, to play whatever. Who cares?
Honestly, yeah, I'd love to just to get in with some people and just start practicing once a week and.
Well, I tell you right now, Groove Studios right over here on the railroad roads over here are fantastic. These guys are great. I am terrible at booking stuff, and luckily, instead of booking a noon episode, I ended up booking a midnight episode.
Oh, okay.
Called those guys up real quick. They switched my booking time. No problem getting in here. So
that's why we were standing outside before?
That's why we were standing outside, because I don't know what I'm doing. And
True.
And then there's like, I don't know, it's like 6 or 7 rooms here for different, at like my band practices here.
Okay.
We do the podcast here. I know Aaron's looked into this place. Tony's loving the place.
Okay.
These guys at Groove are doing it right.
Well, that's what's
these
up.
are mad love.
What's your band's name right now? I didn't know you were in a
Oh,
band.
we're still My Advice to You. So we shook the dust off of 10 years, and my guys hit me up and was like, "Hey man, we kind of want to play around, and
That's awesome.
we get together 3 or 4 hours here and jam out."
Okay, that's sick, dude.
You know,
that's really good.
We try to do it every other week. You know, I'm a dad. I'm in the family man business
Right.
too. So it's like you got to manage your time and not kill your wife
Exactly.
with, you know, being alone with. I got a 3-year-old son that's the size of a 10-year-old,
Right.
and flexes other babies. So like
What's up?
watching him is a task and a half. So where do you see the scene nowadays? Like, there's not really
the local scene.
Yeah, the local scene right now, because Ipsy is just a melting pot of
Right.
artists and creators. So
Right.
do you see a future for like the music scene out here? Like, do you think there'll ever be live shows again?
Oh, for sure. You know, that's the thing, man. Everything waxes and wanes. This is a temporary situation, and as soon as people are allowed to go and do stuff, they're gonna do it. People are already doing it, and they're not allowed to do it. So, you know, people are going to the beach. You know, they want to look at sand and shit. You know, they want to see bands.
Yeah,
they want to
right,
go
right.
see. Like, they'll risk their lives for other stupid stuff too. Regardless, once this is over, people will be back at shows. Like you said, people are dying to get out and do something. You know, everyone's been cooped up for 7 months now. You haven't been able to leave your house. So, like, yeah, I think it's gonna pop off. Once it does, excuse me. Thank you. Once it does,
That's a good beer. It's
yeah, I think that I think people are gonna come out in droves. They're gonna want to go see shows, and I think that that there's probably a lot of live performances happening on stuff like Twitch right now that people are just tuning into and stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
I do see a lot of that. Like the virtual live shows are going off right now. But I feel like that's just feeding the
the
addiction.
beast,
Yeah,
right.
feeding the addiction with
If
something
I can
small.
watch it here, I don't have to.
It's like trying to tell a heroin addict, here, smoke this joint. He's like, no, bitch, I need the thing. I need the real thing.
Right, I need the heroin.
I need the heroin. So we end all our shows with the 1 or 2 questions from the sex, drug, and rock and roll section, which is sex would be how you lost your virginity.
Okay.
Drugs would be your worst drug experience. And then rock and roll is just the most rock star feeling you've ever had. Like, where did you feel like you were the rock star?
Okay. So my
And you got to pick, you can pick 1 or 2, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so the first time I ever had sex, I was still in high school. I skipped school. I went to my girlfriend's parents' house and had sex at her house while her parent was in the bed in the next room. That was the first time I had sex. It was the hottest room I've ever been in, and it was a bad situation. But it was a great day. The next thing, my worst drug situation, I did acid with a bunch of my friends at one of my friends' house, and it was scary. It was scary. I don't regret it.
What was scary about it?
Well, it was scary, man. So in this apartment, right, they had lights in the house, but it only seemed like a couple, and they were only floodlights. So it's like they're red floodlights. So it's like pure black and then red floodlight. Pure black, red floodlight. It was freaking me out. And that might not even be true. I think it is, but it was crazy. I'd never done acid before, and multiple people in the house had done acid, and I'm walking around, and I'm just not trusting anyone. It was weird. I blacked out. I don't remember a lot of the night, but I guess I punched holes in the wall. I guess I punched my friend in the face. And, but... Like, it was wild.
Hey, you hit me.
Like, literally, but no. Okay, so my friend, I know the friend that I punched, and he was looking scary as hell. He took 5 hits of acid that night. And he's standing in this
Bro, you're
room.
melting.
He's standing in this room naked. He just shaved his face and his head because it was November or whatever. So he had just shaved his entire body as far as I could tell. And he's standing there holding a blanket like this. And he was just standing in his doorway every single time I seen him. It was fucking scary. But I don't remember hitting him, but I guess I punched him. So that was pretty good.
Well, shit, you already did the first 2. You want to do the third?
Yeah. So
What's your rock star moment?
Rock star moment. So I don't know if it's a rock star moment, but because I didn't do anything too rock starish. I don't think at any shows or anything like that. But
I mean, you almost decapitated somebody with a guitar. I mean, come on now.
Okay, that's the rock star moment. But one of my funnest experiences at a show was like I seen Bloodline Calligraphy a ton of times, and everyone always does stage dives at Bloodline Calligraphy. And I was like, well, people know me here, you know, to an extent. I play shows with these guys. I'm about to stage dive. I'm fucking 300 pounds. And I was like, if they hold me up, I'm a rock star, right?
Right.
I mean, so I jumped on like a giant group of people that I knew, and they held me up, and I think they regretted it, but it was serious. There's a picture of me with I'm wearing like shoes that I was mowing grass in. They're like stained white and blue shoes, but I'm like the fattest mass being held up by all these people, and that was a pretty good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I am so happy that I got to speak to you and do this, man. It's been a fucking pleasure. I want you back. I want you to come back and we could do another shit show and just talk about all the band moments. I mean, hopefully you didn't kill anybody else with a bass or stab somebody with a drumstick, but dude, I loved it. Appreciate you coming.
Thanks for having
everybody. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please watch it again. Y'all be nice now.
Keep Sunday special.